Hi everybody, I just was gifted this new resin. This is from Let's Resin, so I thought I would do a brand new unboxing and show you what is inside. So this is live in action. First time I'm opening it up. All right, we've got some measuring cups. Perfect. So it comes with 4 measuring cups. It comes with a whole stack of these mixing cups, which is fantastic. Ooh, comes with a bunch of mica powders. So let's see what we got. We have the purple, watermelon red, black, bluish green, golden. Oh yes, I'm really excited for this one actually. This gold looks perfect because the gold I had before was more of a copper, and then a dark blue. Beautiful. And then you get the resin itself. And of course, it also comes with instructions and 4 popsicle sticks. Okay, so let's take a look. Very organized instruction book, which is fantastic if you are brand new to resin and you don't know how to do anything yet. This is a very informative book. Not many resin packages come with a very thorough instruction book. Okay, so let's take a look at the resin itself. Ooh, so this is really good too. So the way it's packaged, so it comes in this Ziploc bag and then packaged and sealed. I have had a resin come to me before and it leaked in the box, which was not good. So the one that they sent me is the 1-to-1 A and B. So 1-to-1 means equal parts A and equal parts B. And this is 500 milliliters each. Crystal clear, high gloss, and self-leveling. And obviously it gives you the safety instructions on the back and all that stuff. Okay, so here is my unboxing video. Next up, you'll have to watch another video as I'll do a demo of how this resin looks once it's all opened up. Thanks for watching. All right, so here we have the resin all out of the packaging, and let's take a look. We're gonna mix up some resin today to show everybody. So each package does come with a sealed lid, which is very important because resin, when shipped, sometimes spills. So this is very good to have that extra seal. Okay, so we're gonna pour in about 2 ounces of part A and 2 ounces of part B for a total of 4 ounces. I tend to pour the part B first, and then I pour in the part A, and you will see once it pours in, you're gonna start to see a lot of division between the part A and part B. You can see all those lines. So when you are mixing up your resin, you want to make sure that there are no lines, there's no division, and it looks crystal clear, basically. Now you may have some bubbles after mixing, but those can easily be removed with a debubbler or a degasser. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you would have seen that I just got the Airless Pro 3, I believe it is, and that's from Resineers, and it is saving all my resin projects because after mixing, you do get bubbles. It is inevitable that you will get bubbles. Okay, let's speed up the time to show you in real time what this looks like, how it gets fully mixed up. You need to make sure that you are scraping the sides as well as the bottom. And then you also want to scrape the stick and then mix it up again. Okay, let's move on to our next step. We are going to be pouring individual mini little cups and this will be so that we can pour our colorants, our inks, our mica powders, and our paste so that we can do a awesome marble pour. So for this piece, we're gonna go with the gold shimmer, the white paste, and the black paste. Now, the gold shimmer that I'm gonna use was inside the Let's Resin package of resin. So it came with, I believe it was 5 different mica powders. You had the purple, pink, red, blue, gold. Can't remember the 5th color. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it up. So each one will have a different color inside. There we go. There is the beautiful gold. Look at that. I think it's a spectacular gold color. I have tried so many different golds, and this one is just a really pretty one. When pouring in your mica powder, you do want to add it to your resin gently, almost like place it inside, or else all the little mica dust particles are gonna float into the air and potentially get into some of your other pieces. So you just wanna be careful with that. Next up, we're gonna put a little bit of white pigment paste inside of our 3rd cup. So we have the black, we have the white, and we have the gold. And while I'm making this video, while I'm putting this tutorial together, I'm just showing you a little side job that I'm doing. I am creating some crepes. We have quite a few going, and we're going to be having some yummy maple syrup with it. Okay, so now back to our resin work. So in 1 cup that has a little bit of, probably about 1 ounce of resin left, I'm going to start pouring my colors. So this marble technique is when you suspend your mixed colors in clear resin. So to me, this looks really cool when you pour it in the cup. I'm not sure if it gives me the exact marble technique that I'm looking for. When I've tried my other ways, I think it creates a little bit more of a division when you pour the final piece. So it's just also good to try different styles to see. The best thing about resin is you get to experiment and try to see what works best for your style and for your end result. Okay, so I've basically just alternated the black, the gold, and the white, and I've placed it all into 1 cup. Now let's do a quick measurement so we can see the temperature of the resin. And we are at 90 to 92, could be a little bit warmer. And now it's ready for the, I'm gonna call this a juicy pour, because look at this. So there was that little bit of that little bit of clear resin beforehand, and we are just slowly pouring it in. Now, I don't know if any of you saw the final reveal. The reason why it turned out the way it did was, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you at the end. Okay, so first we poured a little flat coaster. Now we are pouring a little bowl, like a trinket dish. And wow, the gold against the black with the little bit of white just is stunning. And it finishes off with that clear resin. Just loving the color combination. So of course I ran out of the resin, so I had to mix up a little bit more. And wow, love how that finished. Okay, and then we had just a little bit of leftover to fill in the top or the bottom of the piece. So I just did a fun design, and you'll see how it turned out in the very end. But why not be creative and see what, is gonna come of experimenting. And I just layered, I did the black, white, gold, black, white, gold, just over and over again until I filled out the whole piece. I'd also mixed up some green, and because I had some leftover, I decided to pour into some charms, like necklace pendants. So here, those are for you. It's always good to have some extra molds, some smaller molds, even some larger molds on hand at all times when you're pouring resin, because it's inevitable that there will be some extra resin. And so you do need, well, it's more fun if you have somewhere to put that extra resin than having it go to waste. So making some pretty pendants is always something like a go-to for me. Look at how pretty this one is. So after I had poured the gold and the black and the white, I had mixed up a little bit more of green, and this has alcohol in it, alcohol ink in it. And I think that this color combination is so pretty for a pendant, especially with the gold and the green together. It just makes everything pop and look beautiful. All right, it's now time to put everything into my curing machine. As you can see, I have the pendants, I have the flat little round piece, and I have the trinket dish. I forgot to record the demolding, but here are the pieces. Here's piece number 1. That was the first pour. Pretty cool design. And then here is the little trinket dish. Love how this one turned out. It has a lot of intricate designs on the side. And I think that the black and gold just look beautiful together. And then I'll show you how the little pendants turned out. So this is the first one, super pretty, super cute. And then here's the second pendant. They could be pendants or keychains. All right, I'm just gonna share a few more final results with you so that you can see other pieces that I've created using my marble resin effect. And I do have full tutorials of majority of these, so you can search through the resin marble playlist to check them out. This is another trinket dish. Here is another soap dispenser holder, or even just a cup to place your pens and pencils inside. And then I also have some smaller little cups, some resin dishes. Again, this is all using the marble resin technique, and loving how all of these turned out. Enjoy the last few pieces, and remember, if you have any questions, just drop them down below in the comments. And thank you so much for your support and subscribing.